All right, we're going to kick things off here. I want to welcome everybody to Wise County. And really just want to, before I bring up Delegate Kilgore, just want to say a few thank yous. First to our landowners. Where you stand today is representative of the dozens of reclaimed mine sites throughout Southwest Virginia, and you can see the beauty around us. And this site is near having its permit released. And we have some incredible sites in Wise County all around Southwest Virginia. But, you know, it's really important to know about the Virginia Department of Energy. You know, all the energy projects we work on, and let me step back, Will Payne with Invest Southwest Virginia and the Energy Delta Lab, we could not do our work without the folks at Virginia Department of Energy. Randy Moore, Brent Hughes, Will Clear, Daniel Kessner, all the inspectors that are here, but the expertise that Virginia Energy has and lends to our work is invaluable. And again, we wouldn't be talking about announcements like today without the expertise we have at that agency. And so with that, I want to bring up our senior member of the delegation, Southwest Virginia, someone who's worked really closely with the entire delegation here and makes sure that Southwest Virginia's voice is heard loud and clear all around Virginia, but especially in Richmond. Delegate Kilgore.
Thank you. Thank you all. It's great to be out this morning, and want to thank the governor for coming down for this occasion. But here's a fact: Southwest Virginia has been and always will be about energy, and we're on the cusp of changing the game and clearing the way to be in the position of dominance in energy innovation. It's important to note that it's not been an overnight effort. We've made a lot of bills and legislation and passed a lot of legislation to get here today. And in 2019, we established the Southwest Virginia Energy Research and Development Authority. And our mission then was to bring innovative research, workforce development, and economic development under one umbrella. And last week, Governor Youngkin announced the result of his year-long third-party analysis for energy. So the Energy Delta Lab is now launched as a multi-site energy test bed right here in Southwest Virginia. And we're going to be focusing on leveraging previously mined properties as a proving ground for commercialization and deployment of innovative energy technologies. So every state in America right now is vying to be a leader in energy transition and innovation. And Virginia is going to be that leader as we as the governor announces today. We're going to be that leader that other states are going to be looking at. For so often, Southwest Virginia has been the energy hub of the East Coast, and we're going to continue to be that energy hub. Governor Youngkin believes in Southwest Virginia, and we believe in Governor Youngkin. We're partners in this historic moment in time. It's an opportunity today that we can simply not afford to pass up. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, it's my pleasure to introduce the 74th Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Glenn Youngkin.
Good morning. How's everybody? Good. Well, you can't stand here this morning without fully appreciating God's wonder. And to look at these hills, I find myself saying over and over in my mind, I lift my eyes up to the hills. Where does my help come from? What an amazing backdrop. And I just want to thank everybody for coming out this morning. It's such a privilege to be joined by so many folks. I mean, here we have industry leaders, education leaders, public service leaders, all here to make sure that Virginia continues to pave the way for our growing energy portfolio. And we're going to do it right here in Southwest Virginia. And that's what's exciting. So just 11 days ago in Lynchburg, I had the honor of releasing what I am calling our all-American, all-of-the-above energy plan. An energy plan that, in fact, establishes reliable, affordable, and clean energy for the future of the Commonwealth. We established these priorities not at the expense of, but in fact to facilitate the development of a healthy, resilient, and growing economy. Virginia must grow, and goodness gracious, our energy plans shouldn't restrict it, it should facilitate it. Our plan, in fact, seeks to diversify our energy sector and to embrace all of the above and not force us in a predetermined way to mass retire our reliable energy sources of today. Virginia must have, and I will say this many times, must have reliable, affordable, and clean energy going forward in order to make sure that we deliver on our overall collective aspiration to make Virginia the best place to live and work and raise a family. And we can deliver this without driving costs up, without sacrificing reliability, and oh, by the way, to do it based on the back of something that we have more of than anybody, and that is Virginia's innovative culture and innovative cooperation across so many aspects of this great Commonwealth. You see, we can achieve this goal through innovative technologies, and these innovative technologies run across nuclear, carbon capture, hydrogen, spent nuclear fuel, and battery storage. And we need to advance all of them, all of the above, an all-American approach in order to fuel Virginia and America's future. So that's exactly why we are here today, because Southwest Virginia is in an incredibly well-positioned spot to lead all of this. So we are going to turn on the light switch and shine a bright light on the endless opportunities that we have as we invest in these emerging technologies right here in Southwest Virginia. You know, Southwest Virginia, as Delegate Kilgore said, has consistently provided reliable energy that powered America. And we're going to do it again, right here, in order to not just power the Commonwealth, but again, to power America. So we're currently standing on a portion of a previously active 2,000-acre coal mine. And there are sites like this all over the Commonwealth. Oh, by the way, more than 100,000 acres of sites like this. Sites that are already primed for development. And with the right permits, they can provide the home for this power future, power assets. Power assets that in fact can drive this energy future. The great thing is we have everything coming together. We have the space and we have commitment from local government, commitment from state government, commitment from federal government, and oh, by the way, an energy-focused workforce that is hungry for new opportunities. So we are planting the flag, in fact, 2 flags. We are planting the flags in this region, a region that once was full of active coal mines that, yes, powered the future of America. And we will again reestablish Southwest Virginia as the epicenter for reliable, affordable, and innovative ways that we can drive forward our energy future. So today, I am so pleased to be here. I am so pleased that I can announce that I will introduce the Virginia Power Innovation Fund in my budget that I will present in December. This will be a $10 million investment fund focused on the further innovation of the all-American and all of the above energy plan. This will fund innovation across nuclear, across hydrogen, across advanced battery storage, across carbon capture, and other innovative technologies to deliver on our energy future. Let me be clear. $5 million of this Virginia Power Innovation Fund will be focused on achieving the groundbreaking research necessary to deliver on our moonshot mission to establish the very first small modular reactor right here in Southwest Virginia within the next 10 years. Now, the great news is that this is part of an intergovernmental effort to utilize billions in federal funding that are available to reinvigorate America's energy future. And so we have the great privilege of working closely with Southwest Virginia's own Congressman Morgan Griffith. And we are collectively committed to using the state funds and the federal resources to turn Virginia into the leader for energy innovation while accomplishing our own energy goals. Just this morning, Congressman Griffith and I announced $10.6 million in federal investments across coal country, including $2 million to the Energy Delta Lab. And I'm going to say that again, $2 million to the Energy Delta Lab. So by marshaling these state and federal resources, we will establish a Virginia Nuclear Innovation Hub. A Virginia Nuclear Innovation Hub that will bring together Virginia's nuclear stakeholders, bring together universities, corporate interest, research dollars to develop new and emerging nuclear technologies for deployment right here in the Commonwealth. And we will work with our regional allies to go after more than our fair share. And I have to say, we deserve more than our fair share. I want to thank Speaker of the House, Todd Gilbert, for his efforts to building a strong working relationship with his counterpart in West Virginia, and their commitment to work together on legislation that will incentivize nuclear innovation specifically. Our two states have much to gain from close collaboration on energy innovation. Now, the Virginia Nuclear Innovation Hub will synchronize and accelerate the Commonwealth's effort to capitalize on our strong nuclear advantage, and we have a winning team on the field now. It will include coordinating grant funding for higher education research into small modular reactors and advanced reactor technologies. It will focus on workforce development. It will focus on deploying the nation's first commercial small modular reactor right here, as I said. And I hope everyone recognizes the talent that exists throughout this innovation supply chain. And there are exciting opportunities to continue advancing nuclear technology. The hub will facilitate research on advanced material manufacturing and design, methods to improve reactor lifespans and ensure safe operations, on advanced computation and machine learning, on workforce training, and strategies to improve the nuclear fuel cycle and supply chain, including recycling spent nuclear fuel. And even beyond the efforts in nuclear power, there are so many exciting opportunities. Carbon capture and utilization technologies offer such a promising method to reduce CO2 emissions on our existing reliable power stack, which is driven by natural gas. And we can harness the CO2 emissions and use them in industries located right here in the Commonwealth, like concrete and paint manufacturing. And here in Southwest specifically, abundant deposits of critical materials, such as manganese and metallurgical coal, will be vital. They will be vital as America brings home manufacturing jobs and expands domestic battery manufacturing to support clean energy like wind and solar as well. These funds will also be used to support the capture of methane and water in abandoned underground mines to generate hydrogen. Hydrogen that will heat homes, fuel industrial processes, and yes, generate electricity. While past energy policies have focused on Virginia's most populous areas, I am committed to ensuring that Virginia's energy future includes new opportunities for Southwest Virginia. Friends, this is our moment to lead. So let's get to work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor Youngkin. Exciting day. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I want to thank Delegate Kilgore for his support that we've had for a number of years on VNEC activities and goals that we've had. I want to introduce you to what is called VNEC, Virginia Nuclear Energy Consortium, nonprofit that we started in 2015 with the goal of promotion of nuclear industry, nuclear technology, and nuclear education in Virginia. I don't know if you know, Virginia has one of the strongest nuclear industry in the nation. Particularly, it serves both commercial, defense, and manufacturing in the state and beyond, actually. The companies in Virginia, not only they serve the state, they are global companies. In order to keep this leadership and continue where we are, it is necessary to invest and to engage all the stakeholders, including education, the industry, the government, into this initiative. As the governor announced 10 days ago on his energy plan, he told us there's the five pillars, I would call it, of his plan. Affordability, reliability, innovation, competition, and environmental stewardship. I would claim if you want to meet all this, there's no way you can do it without nuclear. And nuclear is a must to continue not only affordable, reliable nuclear energy, also to achieve what we all look for, zero carbon emission. And I'm congratulating our governor with his foresight, because you have to be realistic and follow the science. In order to achieve our goals, this is essential. So as a group, VNEC is a group of, I didn't mention, universities and nuclear industry. We came together and to address these issues. As Governor mentioned, one of our initiatives is to establish this, I call it Virginia Innovative Nuclear Hub, that WIN Hub. And we hope that this entity can bring together the industry and educational institutions and focus on, as mentioned, design, deployment, licensing, operation, and advancement of nuclear technology. We are in a unique position that truly, as Governor mentioned, that we can make the Virginia as the leader of advanced and next generation nuclear technology in the United States and beyond. And with his ambitious goal of building the first SMR in the United States. In 10 years, we are all ready to really help and support this initiative. As a nuclear engineer, I'm waiting for that, to build the reactor, because we really as a society need this technology to prosper and continue. Governor Youngkin, I really thank you for your initiative, for your foresight, and I believe your initiative will impact enormously the Virginia energy technology, Virginia education in nuclear energy, and actually help us to achieve our goals of zero carbon. And not only that, as you mentioned, to be able, while we reduce the release of zero carbon, we also achieve the growth, which you need that if you want to continue to prosper. So with that, I thank you all to be here. I thank you, the governor, the delegates, and all the distinguished guests, and look forward, as he mentioned, we're got to get to work. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm Attorney General Jason Miyares, and one thing that the governor said first as a candidate, and he says all the time in public, is that Virginians don't follow, we lead. And I think this is exactly an example of that. We know that the only way we're going to solve so many of our energy challenges is an all-of-the-above approach. We also know innovation has to be a cornerstone of that. And we know that we have some of the best, most innovative minds right here in Virginia at our higher ed, in our nonprofits, in our business community. They're going to come together on this. And I have a unique perspective. I'm from Hampton Roads. In addition to the nuclear power plant in Surrey, most people don't realize we actually have 15 nuclear power reactors in Hampton Roads, Virginia, right at our Navy base. We have 6 nuclear power aircraft carriers and 9 nuclear power subs. So I literally have grown up in the shadow of 15 plus nuclear reactors, and I know that these small modular reactors are going to be key to our future. We know the Chinese and the Russians are also actively looking at this, and Virginians once again are going to help lead the nation. If they already power our ships that defend our freedoms and our nation, they should be part of the solution to power our homes. 95% of our entire source right now of carbon neutral energy sources are coming from our nuclear power plants. This is going to be a critical part of our solution. Governor, I look forward to having my office work with you on all the legal and regulatory hurdles to make sure that this innovative project gets off the ground. And right here in Southwest Virginia, we're going to be the energy capital for the East Coast, and I'm so proud to be part of it. Thank you all.
Thank you all very much, and I appreciate being here. Governor Youngkin, thank you for coming to Southwest Virginia yet again. And we've seen you a lot, and I know we're going to see you a lot more. Let me say a couple of welcomes to a few other folks that are here. We've got Delegate Will Wampler, Delegate Israel O'Quinn, former Governor George Allen. I don't think they've been introduced. Please welcome them as well. I serve on the Energy and Commerce Committee in Washington, D.C. as your representative, and a lot of times it's been a tough fight. But one of the things that there hasn't been as big a fight about, but there's some consternation, but not as big, and on both sides of the aisle, we've been talking about nuclear. And we've been talking about small modular reactors. And the question was, who is going to be bold enough to step up, to take the risk, to put this idea forward? Well, today we know the answer. Governor Youngkin and his team in Virginia are bold enough. They're going to be the first in the nation to put a small modular reactor, and they're going to do it right here in the energy capital of Virginia, in Southwest Virginia. It's not just nuclear. It's an all-of-the-above plan that the governor's pursuing, and I couldn't have been more proud to have been in Lynchburg the other day. Now, most people don't know this yet down here. The 9th District now goes to within about 6 miles of the city of Lynchburg. So I wasn't too far outside of the territory, but when you made that announcement, Governor, I was so proud, because these are the things we have to do. Do we need to change our energy sector? Do we need to move forward? Of course we do. But we don't abandon the old before the new is ready. And we need to make sure that we're doing the innovative things that need to be done. You can't just wish a new power grid into existence and say, well, we're going to do it in a couple of years, and poof, snap your fingers. It's got to take a lot of work, and it has to be all of the above in order to make sure that the American families have power to power all the devices that we've gotten accustomed to using. So I was very, very pleased to hear that 2022 Virginia Energy Plan the governor put forward. All kinds of innovative technologies in there, deploying innovation and not just doing over-regulation. We have to cut through some of the regulation. And it's kind of interesting. It has suddenly dawned on some of my friends on the left that they can't do what they want to do with just renewables. And even if they want to do it with just renewables, they can't do it without building a new power grid. And they can't do that with the overly burdensome federal regulations. So even some on the left are beginning to go, we need regulatory reform across the board. And we're going to need some regulatory reform to do the things we need to do. But step one, we have to have leadership and bold leadership. And Governor Youngkin, I thank you for providing that bold leadership for Virginia. I thank you for providing it for all of the United States of America. And I thank you for recognizing that you are now in the capital of Virginia Energy, and we're going to continue to keep this the capital of Virginia Energy. Thank you very much. God bless each and every one of you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America. I've got to go back to the proclamation. Yep. Perfect. Thank you, Congressman. Thank you, General Miyares. Thank you, Professor Ali. Just an incredible capability at Virginia Tech that is such a big part of the many universities that come together to give Virginia this extraordinary edge. It is my privilege today, as a result of the great work from so many people, to properly establish the beginning of this moonshot. And we're going to do that by, in fact, presenting a proclamation. A proclamation that establishes next week, the week of October 17th through October 21st, as Nuclear Science Week in Virginia. And let me read this to you. By virtue of the authority vested by the Constitution in the Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, there is hereby officially recognized Nuclear Science Week. Whereas nuclear energy is among the most safe and reliable energy sources in America, and nuclear power plants are designed to run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Whereas the nuclear industry is an important economic driver in the Commonwealth and employs approximately 100,000 Virginians. Whereas Virginians' 2 nuclear power plants are located in North Anna and Surrey and provide 32% of the Commonwealth's electricity. Whereas Virginia institutions of higher education, including Virginia Commonwealth University, Virginia Tech, University of Virginia, Old Dominion University, Liberty University, as well as our extraordinary community college system, offer opportunities for research, degree programs, and workforce training in the nuclear industry. Whereas Naval Station Norfolk is the largest naval base in the world, and more than 40% of the Navy's major combatants are nuclear powered, including 10 aircraft carriers, 54 attack submarines, and 18 strategic submarines. Whereas Virginia's role in nuclear innovation, energy generation, advanced manufacturing, academic research, next-generation nuclear fuel technology, and national security applications make the Commonwealth a global leader in nuclear research and development. Whereas spent nuclear fuel recycling offers a promising opportunity to create a solution to use nuclear fuel while also bolstering the Commonwealth's nuclear energy supply chain. And whereas Virginia has established a goal to develop and deploy the first commercial small modular reactor in the nation in Southwest Virginia within 10 years. Whereas National Science Week is an international, broadly observed week long celebrated to focus on local, regional, and international interests on all aspects of nuclear science. And Nuclear Science Week is an extraordinarily important part of that week. And whereas Nuclear Science Week educates the public on the 5 pillars of nuclear science: carbon-free energy, global leadership, transformative healthcare, innovation, and space exploration. Now, therefore, I, Glenn Youngkin, do hereby recognize October 17th through 21st, 2022, as Nuclear Science Week in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and I call this observance to the attention of all our citizens. Perfect. We're gonna, if everybody can walk in front of this thing. Okay. So we're standing in front of it, so we can get a good picture. Everybody.
I'd squeeze in. Can you all squeeze? Thank you.
Act like you know each other. You go right this way.
I'm good. We're good.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Very bon. Thank you. You want to wrap us up?
Yep. Yeah, thank you all for coming out this morning for this important announcement to make sure that Southwest Virginia continues to be that energy hub. And we want to personally thank Governor Youngkin for his foresight and Attorney General Mieres for coming down. Attorney General Mieres is the Consumer Counsel for the Commonwealth and makes sure that our power, and his job is to make sure that our power remains affordable and efficient. So thank you, Attorney General Mieres, and just thank y'all all for coming out on this occasion today. Thank you.
God bless you. Take care.